Summary and Case Study, The Talent Code by Daniel Coyle. The Talent Code, which examines the concept of talent development through the lens of neuroscience and psychology. Coyle explores the idea that talent is not solely determined by innate abilities, but rather by a combination of deep practice, ignition, and master coaching. He argues that myelin, a neural insulator, plays a crucial role in skill acquisition, growing thicker with deliberate practice and resulting in faster and more efficient neural pathways. The book further examines how primal cues, such as observing role models or facing challenges, ignite motivation and drive individuals to engage in deep practice. Coyle also highlights the significance of master coaches in shaping talent by providing targeted feedback, creating supportive environments, and igniting passion in their students. Introduction: From Average to Extraordinary, Unlocking the Talent Code. The journey begins with a simple question: how do ordinary individuals transform into extraordinary talents? Is greatness a gift bestowed upon a select few, or can it be cultivated? The introduction of the Talent Code challenges the conventional wisdom of nature versus nurture and presents a revolutionary perspective on skill development. Through the compelling story of Clarissa, a young cellist who makes remarkable progress in a mere 6 minutes, the concept of deep practice is introduced. The central problem is that traditional explanations for talent, attributing it solely to genes and environment, fail to account for the extraordinary skill concentrations found in unexpected places. This is highlighted by the case of Brazil, where the country's long-standing passion for soccer did not translate into global dominance until the late 1950s, suggesting that something more than mere passion was at play. The answer, it turns out, lies in the science of myelin. Deep practice, as exemplified by Clarissa, isn't simply about mindless repetition. It's about targeted, deliberate effort that pushes one to the edge of their abilities. It's about making mistakes, recognizing those errors, and refining the process. This struggle, rather than being detrimental, is actually the key to accelerated learning. The more we activate specific neural circuits through deep practice, the more myelin, a fatty substance that acts as insulation for nerve fibers, is produced. Myelin enhances signal transmission, making our movements, thoughts, and actions faster, more precise, and more efficient. To practice deeply, one must 1. Chunk it up, break down complex skills into smaller, manageable components. This involves observing the skill as a whole, dissecting it into its smallest parts, and then reconstructing it by mastering each piece. 2. Repeat it. Attentive repetition is crucial. Simply going through the motions won't suffice. It's about mindful practice, focusing on precision and identifying areas for improvement. 3. Learn to feel it. Develop a heightened awareness of your performance. Pay attention to the subtle sensations, the feeling of pushing beyond your comfort zone, and the satisfaction of incremental progress. 5 real-world companies that apply deep practice. 1. Toyota. The automotive giant's success is largely attributed to its philosophy of Kaizen, or continuous improvement. Employees are encouraged to identify and address even the smallest problems, leading to a constant stream of incremental enhancements. This mirrors the principles of deep practice, where small, focused efforts accumulate over time to create significant results. 2. KIPP, Knowledge is Power program. This network of charter schools focuses on providing high-quality education to underprivileged students. KIPP emphasizes effort-based learning, encouraging students to embrace challenges and build their academic muscles through rigorous practice and consistent feedback. Their success in raising academic achievement and college acceptance rates exemplifies the power of deep practice in education. 3. The Shyness Clinic. This Palo Alto-based clinic applies the principles of deep practice to social skills. Clients engage in role-playing and real-world exercises to overcome shyness, gradually building their confidence and social fluency. The clinic's approach, rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy, demonstrates that even seemingly innate personality traits can be modified through focused practice. 4. Virtual Iraq. This program utilizes virtual reality technology to treat PTSD in soldiers. By repeatedly exposing patients to a simulated environment that triggers their traumatic memories, therapists help them process and desensitize those memories, ultimately reducing their debilitating effects. This approach leverages the power of repetition and focused exposure to rewire neural pathways and promote healing. 5. Septien Vocal Studio. This Dallas-based vocal studio has produced a string of pop music stars. Founder Linda Septien employs a rigorous coaching style that emphasizes targeted feedback, breaking down vocal techniques into manageable chunks, and pushing students to consistently refine their performance. The studio's success in cultivating world-class vocal talent showcases the impact of deep practice in the arts. The introduction of the talent code provides a compelling case for deep practice as the key to unlocking human potential. By shifting our focus from the elusive notion of innate talent to the tangible process of myelin growth, the book offers a roadmap for transforming average individuals into exceptional performers. The examples of these 5 real-world companies demonstrate that the principles of deep practice can be applied across a wide range of fields, from manufacturing and education to psychology and the arts, proving that greatness is not born, but grown. Part 1. Deep Practice. Chapter 1. The Sweet Spot. The Power of Practice, Finding the Sweet Spot. In the quest to understand the origins of extraordinary talent, the first chapter of the Talent Code, titled The Sweet Spot, takes us on an intriguing journey, challenging conventional notions of skill development and revealing the transformative power of deep practice. The author's exploration begins with a series of questions that have perplexed observers for centuries. How do certain individuals, often from unassuming backgrounds, rise to the pinnacle of their fields? Is greatness predetermined by genes, or can it be cultivated through deliberate effort? Coyle frames the central problem by examining the limitations of traditional explanations for talent. Attributing exceptional abilities solely to innate gifts or favorable environments fails to account for the extraordinary skill concentrations found in unexpected places, dubbed chicken wire Harvards. These are often modest, unassuming settings that produce a disproportionate number of world-class performers. Coyle highlights the example of Brazil, where the nation's long-standing passion for soccer didn't translate into global dominance until the late 1950s. This suggests that something more than mere enthusiasm or cultural affinity was at play. The solution, as Coyle reveals, lies in the science of myelin and the power of deep practice. Deep practice, as exemplified by the young cellist Clarissa who makes remarkable progress in just 6 minutes, is not simply about mindless repetition. It's about targeted, deliberate effort that pushes individuals to the edge of their abilities. It's about embracing mistakes as valuable learning opportunities, recognizing errors, and relentlessly refining the process. Stepping into the simulator, the importance of mistakes. The significance of mistakes in skill development is powerfully illustrated through the story of Edwin Link's flight simulator. This ingenious invention, created in the 1930s, allowed pilots to practice in a safe environment, making errors without the risk of fatal consequences. This approach, born out of necessity, revealed a profound truth about learning: mistakes are not setbacks, but rather crucial stepping stones to mastery. Finding the learning threshold. Deep practice is about finding the sweet spot, that optimal gap between what you already know and what you're striving to achieve. It's about deliberately placing yourself in situations where you're likely to make mistakes, then using those errors as feedback to refine your performance. This concept is akin to Robert Bjork's notion of desirable difficulties, challenges that initially hinder progress but ultimately lead to deeper learning. The myelin connection. The transformative power of deep practice lies in its ability to stimulate the growth of myelin, a fatty substance that insulates nerve fibers, enhancing signal transmission and making our actions faster, more precise, and more efficient. The more we engage in deep practice, activating specific neural circuits, the more myelin we produce, effectively installing broadband in our neural circuitry. 3 pillars of deep practice. Coyle outlines 3 fundamental rules for effective deep practice. 1. Chunk it up. Breaking down complex skills into smaller, manageable components is essential. This involves observing the skill as a whole, identifying its fundamental elements, and then practicing those elements in isolation before integrating them into a fluid whole. The example of Meadowmount music students who dissect their sheet music into tiny chunks, practicing them out of order to force deeper engagement, illustrates this principle. 2. Repeated, attentive repetition is crucial, not mindless drills, but focused practice that emphasizes precision and error correction. The Brazilian soccer players who hone their skills through countless hours of futsal, a fast-paced, small-sided game, exemplify the power of dedicated repetition in mastering any skill. 3. Learn to feel it. Cultivating a heightened awareness of your performance is paramount. Pay attention to the subtle sensations, the feeling of being slightly off balance, of pushing your limits. This sensory feedback is vital for identifying and correcting errors. As Meadowmount instructor Sky Carmen emphasizes, practicing is about developing concentration and the ability to sense minute deviations from the desired outcome. Deep practice in action. The principles of deep practice extend far beyond the realm of sports and music. Here are 5 real-world companies that have successfully integrated these principles into their operations, driving innovation and achieving remarkable results. 1. Toyota, the automotive giant's renowned production system, built on the philosophy of Kaizen, continuous improvement, encourages a deep practice approach by emphasizing the identification and resolution of even the smallest problems. This relentless focus on refining processes leads to incremental gains that accumulate over time, resulting in exceptional quality and efficiency. 2. KIPP, this network of charter schools champions deep practice through its emphasis on effort-based learning and extended hours of focused study. KIPP creates a culture where students embrace challenges, diligently work to master core concepts, and receive consistent feedback, all essential elements of effective deep practice. 3. The Shyness Clinic. This clinic applies the principles of deep practice to social skills, guiding clients through graduated exposure to social situations, providing feedback, and encouraging them to push beyond their comfort zones. This approach demonstrates that even complex social behaviors can be learned and refined through deliberate practice. 4. Virtual Iraq. This program utilizes virtual reality to treat PTSD in soldiers, repeatedly exposing them to simulated scenarios that trigger traumatic memories. It is important to note that this information is from sources outside the provided text and may require independent verification. This approach leverages the intensity of deep practice to help patients process and desensitize their trauma, ultimately reducing its debilitating effects. 5. Septien Vocal Studio. This renowned studio, known for producing pop music stars, employs a rigorous coaching style that mirrors deep practice principles. Vocal techniques are broken down into manageable chunks, students receive targeted feedback, and repetition is paramount, leading to the development of exceptional vocal talent. Coyle concludes by emphasizing that talent is not some mystical endowment, but rather a product of focused effort and deliberate practice. The sweet spot is where learning truly takes off, where individuals push beyond perceived limitations and embrace the transformative power of mistakes. By understanding the science of myelin and adhering to the 3 rules of deep practice, we can all unlock our potential and achieve extraordinary results. Chapter 2, The Deep Practice Cell. Unveiling the myelin mystery, the deep practice cell. Coyle shifts the focus from the practice techniques to the biological underpinnings of skill acquisition. It grapples with a fundamental question: why does it take so long to develop complex skills? Traditional explanations, often rooted in genetics or environmental factors, fail to fully account for the lengthy process of mastering intricate abilities. Challenging the neuron-centric view. Coyle challenges the long-held belief that neurons, the nerve cells that transmit electrical signals, are the sole drivers of skill development. While neurons are undeniably crucial, Coyle highlights the often overlooked role of myelin, a fatty substance that acts as insulation for nerve fibers. Introducing myelin, the brain's broadband. Myelin is revealed as a critical component of skill acquisition. It wraps around nerve fibers, much like insulation around electrical wires, enhancing signal strength, speed, and accuracy. The more a particular neural circuit is fired through repeated practice, the more myelin is produced, effectively strengthening and optimizing that circuit. This myelin growth is what makes our movements and thoughts smoother, faster, and more efficient. Myelin, the unsung hero of learning. Coyle compares myelin to broadband internet, enabling rapid and efficient information transfer in the brain. The author draws an analogy to Charles Darwin's observations on the Galapagos Islands, suggesting that the isolated, talent-rich hotbeds are like petri dishes, revealing the potent impact of myelin on skill development. Key principles of myelin growth. Coyle outlines several key principles governing myelin growth. 1. The primacy of action. Myelin doesn't respond to passive observation or wishful thinking. It's built to react to the electrical impulses generated by action, by repeatedly firing specific neural circuits. This explains why deep practice, with its emphasis on active engagement and error correction, is so effective in stimulating myelin production. 2. The time factor. Building myelin is a slow and gradual process, requiring consistent, dedicated effort over extended periods. This underscores the importance of persistence and commitment in mastering complex skills. There's no quick fix or shortcut to building myelin, it's an investment that pays off over time. 3. The fuel of passion. Myelin growth demands significant energy and time. Passion, the intrinsic motivation to persevere through challenges, provides the necessary fuel for the arduous process of myelin development. Without the drive and desire to excel, individuals are unlikely to invest the time and effort required to achieve mastery. Myelin, a universal design strategy. Coyle suggests that myelin is not just a biological curiosity but a fundamental design strategy employed by evolution to enable complex skill acquisition. The author posits that humans' unique ability to master intricate skills, setting us apart from other species, stems from this efficient and adaptable myelin system. 5 real-world applications of myelin-based learning. The principles of myelin-based learning have implications that extend far beyond the realms of sports, music, or academic achievement. Here are 5 real-world companies that, consciously or unconsciously, have harnessed the power of myelin to achieve remarkable results. 1. Google. The tech giant fosters a culture of continuous learning and experimentation, encouraging employees to fail fast and learn faster. This approach aligns with the principles of deep practice and myelin growth, where embracing mistakes is seen as essential for innovation and progress. 2. Pixar. The animation studio's famed brain trust meetings, where filmmakers gather to provide candid feedback on works in progress, embody the core principles of deep practice. This iterative process, characterized by open communication and a focus on identifying and resolving problems, facilitates rapid skill development and creative breakthroughs. 3. The U.S. military. Elite military units, like the Navy SEALs or Army Rangers, employ rigorous training regimens that prioritize deep practice. By repeatedly pushing recruits to their physical and mental limits, these programs foster resilience, adaptability, and the development of highly specialized skills. 4. The Mayo Clinic. This renowned medical institution embraces a culture of continuous improvement, emphasizing research, collaboration, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. This commitment to ongoing learning and skill development, aligned with the principles of myelin growth, contributes to the clinic's reputation for providing world-class medical care. 5. Cirque du Soleil. This entertainment company's success hinges on the extraordinary physical and artistic skills of its performers. Their training programs, which demand intense focus, repetition, and a deep understanding of body mechanics, leverage the principles of deep practice to cultivate world-class talent. Note, while the companies mentioned above are known for their commitment to learning and development, specific details about their internal training programs may require independent verification. Conclusion. Coyle concludes by highlighting the transformative power of myelin and shaping our abilities and potential. By understanding how this remarkable substance works, and by embracing the principles of deep practice that stimulate its growth, we can all unlock our potential and achieve levels of skill that once seemed unattainable. Chapter 3. The Brontes, the Z-Boys, and the Renaissance. Demystifying talent, deep practice in action. Coyle examines the stories of seemingly disparate groups to illustrate how the principles of deep practice and myelin growth apply across diverse fields. Coyle challenges the prevalent narrative of natural-born talent by highlighting the crucial role of deliberate, sustained effort in achieving exceptional skill. The problem, the myth of inherent genius. Coyle tackles the misconception that exceptional talent is primarily a product of innate ability or divine inspiration. This belief, deeply ingrained in Western culture, often leads to the perception that extraordinary individuals are born with unique gifts, while others are destined for mediocrity. This perspective can be discouraging and limit our understanding of how skill is actually developed. Case Study 1: The Bronte Sisters. Coyle scrutinizes the popular narrative surrounding the Bronte sisters, often portrayed as gifted writers who emerged from a secluded, uninspiring environment. By examining historical evidence, Coyle reveals a different story. The Brontes, far from being innately brilliant, engaged in years of dedicated practice, honing their writing skills through countless hours of imitation, collaboration, and experimentation. Their early works, though far from masterpieces, served as a crucial training ground, allowing them to build the neural circuitry essential for their later literary achievements. Case Study 2: The Z-Boys. Coyle then shifts to the Z-Boys, a group of skateboarders who revolutionized the sport in the 1970s. Their innovative style, initially perceived as effortless and instinctive, was actually the result of years of dedicated practice, first as surfers and then as skateboarders who adapted their skills to a new environment. Coyle emphasizes how the Z-Boys leveraged a seemingly mundane resource, empty swimming pools, to create a unique practice environment that facilitated rapid skill development. The pool's constraints and challenges forced them to focus, adapt, and constantly push the boundaries of their abilities. Case Study 3: The Italian Renaissance. Coyle then examines the Italian Renaissance, a period marked by an unprecedented surge in artistic talent. It challenges the traditional explanations for this phenomenon, such as prosperity or political stability, and highlights the crucial role of the apprenticeship system prevalent at the time. The Renaissance's craft guilds, structured around intensive apprenticeships, created environments where aspiring artists spent years immersed in deep practice, learning from master craftsmen, honing their skills through meticulous repetition, and receiving constant feedback. This structured system, focused on deliberate practice rather than inherent genius, played a key role in fostering the artistic flourishing of the era. The solution: embracing deep practice. These diverse examples all point to a common thread: exceptional skill, regardless of the domain, is cultivated through deep practice. This approach involves 1. Breaking down skills. Complex skills are dissected into smaller, manageable chunks, allowing for focused attention and targeted improvement. 2. Repetitive practice. Deliberate repetition of specific actions strengthens neural connections and builds myelin, leading to increased speed, accuracy, and fluency. 3. Embracing mistakes. Errors are viewed as valuable learning opportunities, providing insights for improvement and guiding future practice. 4. Seeking feedback. Input from mentors, coaches, or peers helps identify areas for improvement and refine technique. 5. Real-world companies embracing deep practice. 1. Toyota, the automotive giant's famed Kaizen philosophy, centered on continuous improvement, epitomizes deep practice on a corporate scale. Toyota empowers employees to identify and address problems, fostering a culture of meticulous attention to detail and incremental progress. 2. The U.S. military, elite military units, such as the Navy SEALs or the Army Special Forces, rely on rigorous training programs that emphasize deep practice. These programs push individuals to their physical and mental limits, fostering resilience, adaptability, and mastery of specialized skills. 3. The Cleveland Clinic. This leading medical institution prioritizes continuous learning and improvement, emphasizing research, collaboration, and a commitment to excellence. This deep practice approach contributes to the clinic's reputation for providing cutting-edge medical care. 4. Google, the tech behemoth, fosters a culture of innovation and experimentation, encouraging employees to fail fast and learn faster. This approach, aligned with the principles of deep practice, embraces mistakes as a path to growth and discovery. 5. The Royal Shakespeare Company. This renowned theater company's training programs for actors emphasize intensive rehearsal, character analysis, and a deep understanding of text and performance. This rigorous approach, grounded in deep practice, allows actors to develop the skills necessary to bring classic works to life on stage. Note, while these companies are known for their commitment to learning and development, specific details about their internal programs may require independent verification. Conclusion. Coyle dismantles the myth of inherent genius and underscores the transformative power of deep practice in shaping our abilities. By embracing the principles of deliberate, sustained effort, seeking feedback, and viewing mistakes as opportunities for growth, we can all unlock our potential and cultivate skills that once seemed out of reach. Chapter 4: The 3 Rules of Deep Practice. Mastering Deep Practice, a 3-step guide. Coyle provides a practical framework for implementing the concepts discussed in previous chapters. Coyle outlines a 3-step process for maximizing skill development through deep practice, addressing the common challenge of translating abstract neurological principles into actionable strategies. The problem: bridging the gap between theory and practice. While understanding the neurological underpinnings of skill acquisition, particularly the role of myelin, is crucial, it doesn't automatically translate into effective practice techniques. Many individuals struggle to apply these insights, often resorting to conventional practice methods that yield limited results. The challenge lies in bridging the gap between theoretical understanding and practical application, transforming knowledge about myelin into tangible actions that accelerate skill development. Solution: the 3 Rules of Deep Practice. Coyle offers a clear roadmap for navigating this challenge, presenting 3 fundamental rules that form the bedrock of effective deep practice. 1. Chunk it up. This rule emphasizes the importance of breaking down complex skills into smaller, manageable components, allowing for focused attention and targeted improvement. By dissecting a skill into its constituent elements, learners can concentrate on mastering individual chunks before integrating them into larger, more complex sequences. This approach aligns with how the brain naturally processes information, facilitating efficient learning and myelin growth. 2. Repeat it. This rule underscores the critical role of repetition in skill acquisition. Deliberate, focused repetition of specific actions strengthens neural connections, accelerating myelin formation and enhancing the speed, accuracy, and fluency of the skill. While conventional wisdom suggests that more practice is always better, deep practice emphasizes the quality and focus of repetition, ensuring that each practice session targets the sweet spot at the edge of one's abilities. 3. Learn to feel it. This rule highlights the importance of developing a heightened awareness of the practice process itself. Effective deep practice involves actively engaging with the struggle, paying close attention to errors, and continuously refining technique based on feedback. It's about cultivating a keen sense of the subtle nuances of the skill, feeling the difference between correct and incorrect execution, and constantly striving for improvement. Practicing the solution, a step-by-step approach. To effectively implement these rules, consider the following steps. Rule 1. Chunk it up. 1. Identify the skill. Clearly define the specific skill you want to develop. 2. Deconstruct the skill. Break down the skill into smaller, manageable chunks, identifying the key actions and sequences involved. 3. Practice the chunks. Focus on mastering each individual chunk in isolation, paying attention to technique, accuracy, and consistency. 4. Integrate the chunks. Gradually combine the mastered chunks into larger sequences, working towards fluent execution of the complete skill. Rule 2. Repeat it. 1. Schedule dedicated practice time. Allocate specific time slots for focused practice sessions. 2. Prioritize quality over quantity. Aim for deep practice sessions that target the sweet spot, where you're challenged but not overwhelmed. 3. Vary the practice. Introduce subtle variations in your practice to maintain engagement and challenge different aspects of the skill. 4. Track your progress. Monitor your improvement over time, noting areas of strength and weakness. Rule 3. Learn to feel it. 1. Pay attention to your body. Develop a heightened awareness of your physical movements and sensations during practice. 2. Embrace mistakes. View errors as valuable feedback, providing insights for improvement and guiding future practice. 3. Seek feedback. Request input from mentors, coaches, or peers to identify areas for refinement. 4. Cultivate mindfulness. Practice focused attention on the task at hand, minimizing distractions and maximizing engagement. 5 real-world companies applying the 3 rules. 1. Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar's renowned storytelling prowess stems from a deep practice approach to animation, with a focus on chunking narratives into sequences, meticulously refining each scene, and constantly iterating based on feedback. 2. The Juilliard School. This prestigious performing arts institution emphasizes rigorous practice regimens for its students, chunking musical pieces into sections, focusing on technical mastery, and fostering a keen awareness of performance nuances. 3. The U.S. Olympic Training Centers. Olympic athletes undergo intensive training programs that prioritize deep practice, breaking down complex athletic movements into manageable components, engaging in repetitive drills, and seeking constant feedback from coaches and trainers. 4. The Mayo Clinic. This leading medical institution fosters a culture of continuous learning and improvement among its staff, emphasizing deliberate practice of surgical techniques, diagnostic procedures, and patient care protocols. 5. The Boston Consulting Group. This prominent management consulting firm prioritizes problem-solving skills among its consultants, employing case studies and simulations to chunk complex business challenges into manageable components, fostering analytical thinking, and refining strategic decision-making abilities. Conclusion. The 3 rules of deep practice provide a practical framework for translating the science of skill acquisition into actionable strategies for accelerated learning and mastery. By embracing these principles, individuals and organizations can cultivate environments that foster talent development and maximize human potential. Part 2. Ignition. Chapter 5. Primal Cues. Igniting the fire within, understanding primal cues. Coyle shifts the focus from the mechanics of deep practice to the crucial element of motivation. It explores how powerful, often subconscious, triggers can ignite the passion and energy needed to fuel the arduous journey of skill development. Coyle introduces the concept of ignition, the process of tapping into our innate motivational system to sustain the long-term commitment required for deep practice. The problem: sustaining motivation over time. Deep practice, as we've learned, demands significant effort, focus, and resilience. Maintaining the motivation to engage in such demanding practice over extended periods poses a significant challenge. The initial enthusiasm for a new skill often wanes as learners encounter plateaus, setbacks, and the sheer grind of repetitive practice. The problem lies in finding sustainable sources of motivation that can keep the fire of passion burning, propelling individuals through the inevitable challenges of skill development. The solution: understanding and utilizing primal cues. Coyle proposes that the key to sustaining motivation lies in understanding and utilizing primal cues, specific signals that trigger powerful, often subconscious, responses within us. These cues tap into deeply ingrained evolutionary mechanisms that drive our behavior, releasing surges of energy and focus when activated. By recognizing and strategically employing these cues, we can effectively ignite and maintain the motivation needed for sustained deep practice. Types of primal cues. Coyle highlights several categories of primal cues, including 1. Future belonging. Observing individuals who embody the desired skill or achievement can trigger a powerful motivational response, creating a sense of aspiration and a desire to join their ranks. This is exemplified by the surge in South Korean women's golf after Se-Ri Pak's groundbreaking victory. 2. Scarcity and selection. Being part of a select group, chosen for a specific opportunity or challenge, can ignite a sense of value and belonging, boosting motivation and effort. Examples include the lottery system used at the Opus 118 Harlem Center for Strings, which fueled students' passion by making them feel lucky and special. 3. Parental loss. While certainly a traumatic experience, the early loss of a parent can, in some cases, trigger an intense drive for achievement, potentially serving as a primal cue that activates a profound need for security and self-reliance. 4. Language of growth. The way we talk about skills and abilities can profoundly impact motivation. Praising effort and persistence, rather than innate talent, fosters a growth mindset that encourages learners to embrace challenges and view mistakes as opportunities for learning. Practicing the solution. Harnessing the power of primal cues. To effectively utilize primal cues for sustained motivation, consider the following strategies. 1. Identify your primal cues, reflect on your own experiences and identify the specific triggers that ignite your passion and drive. What events, individuals, or environments have sparked your greatest bursts of motivation? 2. Surround yourself with inspiration, seek out environments, mentors, or communities that embody the skills and achievements you aspire to. Observe their practices, listen to their stories, and allow their examples to fuel your own motivation. 3. Embrace challenges and selectivity, seek out opportunities that involve a degree of challenge and selectivity. The feeling of being chosen for a demanding task can trigger a heightened sense of purpose and drive. 4. Cultivate a growth mindset, focus on praising effort and persistence, both in yourself and others. Reframe challenges as opportunities for growth and view mistakes as valuable feedback that guides improvement. 5. Create a ritual of ignition, develop personalized rituals or routines that consistently trigger your motivational cues. This could involve listening to inspiring music, watching motivational videos, or revisiting stories of individuals who have achieved similar goals. 5 real-world companies applying primal cues. 1. Google. Google's famously innovative culture is fueled by a sense of future belonging, attracting top talent with the promise of working alongside brilliant minds on groundbreaking projects. Their selective hiring process and challenging work environment further ignite motivation and drive. 2. Apple. Apple's iconic brand is built on a sense of belonging to a tribe of creative individuals who value innovation, design, and user experience. Their product launches are carefully orchestrated events that generate excitement and a desire to be part of the Apple ecosystem. 3. Nike. Nike's motivational marketing campaigns consistently tap into primal cues of aspiration and achievement, featuring iconic athletes and inspiring stories that encourage individuals to push their limits and achieve their athletic goals. 4. The U.S. military. The military utilizes primal cues of belonging, purpose, and challenge to motivate its recruits, fostering a strong sense of camaraderie and a commitment to serving a greater cause. Their rigorous training programs and selective admission criteria further ignite a sense of pride and accomplishment. 5. Teach for America. This nonprofit organization attracts top college graduates to teach in under-resourced schools by tapping into primal cues of purpose and social impact, inspiring a desire to make a meaningful difference in the lives of children. Their selective application process and challenging work environment further fuel commitment and resilience. Conclusion. Understanding and strategically utilizing primal cues is crucial for sustaining the motivation needed for deep practice and skill development. By tapping into our innate motivational system, we can ignite the fire within, fueling the persistent effort and resilience required to achieve mastery in any chosen field. Chapter 6: The Curacao Experiment. The Curacao Experiment, Sustaining Ignition Through Role Models and Culture. Coyle explores how a single moment of ignition can spark a talent hotbed and sustain its momentum over time. Coyle focuses on the remarkable success of the Curacao Little League Baseball program, which consistently produces world-class players despite limited resources and a relatively short season. The problem: keeping the motivational fire lit. While Chapter 5 established the power of primal cues in igniting motivation, Chapter 6 tackles the challenge of sustaining that initial spark over the long haul. It's one thing to trigger a burst of enthusiasm, it's another to maintain the energy and commitment required for years of dedicated practice. The problem lies in finding strategies that can consistently fuel the motivational fire, preventing it from fading as learners encounter plateaus, setbacks, and the inevitable grind of skill development. The solution: the power of role models and cultural reinforcement. Coyle proposes that the key to sustained ignition lies in a combination of powerful role models and a culture that reinforces the value of hard work and continuous improvement. Curaçao's Little League success is attributed to the inspirational impact of Andrew Jones, a local boy who rose to Major League Baseball stardom, providing a tangible example of what was possible for aspiring young players on the island. Jones's success acted as a primal cue, igniting a collective sense of aspiration and belief, demonstrating that greatness was attainable even from humble beginnings. However, Coyle emphasizes that role models alone are not enough. Sustained ignition requires a culture that actively nurtures and reinforces the initial spark. Curaçao's baseball program benefits from a deeply ingrained culture of discipline, hard work, and a love of the game, fostered by dedicated coaches, supportive parents, and a community that rallies around its young athletes. This supportive environment provides continuous reinforcement, keeping the motivational fire burning bright. Practicing the solution, cultivating sustained ignition. To create and sustain a talent hotbed, consider the following strategies. 1. Identify and celebrate role models. Seek out individuals who embody the desired skills and achievements and celebrate their successes, making their stories visible and accessible to aspiring learners. 2. Build a culture of deep practice. Foster an environment that values effort, persistence, and continuous improvement. Encourage learners to embrace challenges, view mistakes as opportunities for growth, and focus on incremental progress. 3. Provide consistent support and reinforcement. Offer ongoing encouragement, guidance, and resources to sustain motivation. Create a community of learners who can support and inspire one another. 4. Emphasize the long-term vision. Keep the ultimate goal in sight, reminding learners of the potential rewards of their hard work and dedication. 5. Celebrate small victories. Acknowledge and appreciate incremental progress, reinforcing the value of persistent effort. 5 real-world companies applying sustained ignition. 1. Disney. Disney's enduring success is built on a legacy of beloved characters and stories that inspire generations of children and adults. The company fosters a culture of creativity, innovation, and meticulous attention to detail, attracting and retaining top talent in animation, storytelling, and entertainment. 2. The U.S. Olympic team. The Olympic movement embodies the pursuit of athletic excellence, inspiring athletes worldwide to dedicate themselves to rigorous training and competition. The team's selection process, training facilities, and coaching support create a culture of high achievement and sustained motivation. 3. The New England Patriots. The Patriots' sustained success under coach Bill Belichick is attributed to a culture of discipline, hard work, and a relentless focus on continuous improvement. Belichick's coaching philosophy emphasizes preparation, attention to detail, and a team-first mentality, fostering a culture that consistently produces winning results. 4. Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar's reputation for producing groundbreaking animated films is built on a culture of collaboration, creativity, and a commitment to storytelling excellence. The studio's collaborative work environment, rigorous production process, and supportive leadership team create a culture that consistently pushes the boundaries of animation. 5. The Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic, renowned for its world-class medical care, fosters a culture of patient-centered care, collaboration, and a commitment to medical innovation. Their rigorous training programs, research initiatives, and supportive work environment attract and retain top medical professionals dedicated to providing exceptional care. Conclusion. Sustained ignition is crucial for creating and maintaining talent hotbeds. By strategically utilizing role models, building a culture of deep practice, and providing consistent support and reinforcement, we can cultivate the long-term motivation needed to achieve mastery in any chosen field. Chapter 7. How to Ignite a Hotbed. How to Ignite a Hotbed, the KIPP model. Coyle focuses on the creation of talent hotbeds from the ground up, even in the absence of a breakthrough star or a singular moment of ignition. Coyle examines the remarkable success of the Knowledge is Power program, KIPP, a network of charter schools serving low-income communities across the United States. KIPP schools consistently produce students who achieve high academic scores and attend college at significantly higher rates than their peers in traditional public schools. The problem: overcoming systemic barriers to success. Coyle highlights the formidable challenges faced by inner-city schools, which often struggle with limited resources, bureaucratic hurdles, and a lack of parental support. These systemic barriers create a cycle of low expectations and underachievement, making it difficult for students to break free and reach their full potential. Traditional approaches often fall short in addressing these complex challenges, leading to frustration and a sense of resignation among teachers, administrators, and students alike. The solution: building a culture of high expectations and deep practice. Coyle presents KIPP's success as a compelling example of how a talent hotbed can be intentionally cultivated by creating an environment that 1. Sets high expectations. KIPP schools establish a clear expectation that all students are capable of attending and succeeding in college. This belief is relentlessly reinforced through daily interactions, rituals, and language. 2. Emphasizes hard work and deep practice. KIPP's longer school days, shorter summer vacations, and rigorous academic workload promote deep practice and the development of essential skills. 3. Fosters a strong sense of belonging. KIPP cultivates a sense of community and shared purpose, creating a supportive environment where students feel connected and motivated to succeed. 4. Utilizes effective teaching strategies. KIPP teachers employ a blend of traditional and innovative teaching methods, focusing on clear explanations, targeted feedback, and consistent practice. Practicing the solution: the KIPP playbook. Coyle outlines key elements of KIPP's approach, offering insights into how to replicate their success in other contexts. 1. Create a signal-rich environment. KIPP schools carefully craft an environment where every detail, from classroom decorations to teacher language, reinforces the message of high expectations and college-bound aspirations. 2. Emphasize the power of effort. KIPP teachers consistently praise effort and persistence, fostering a growth mindset where students believe that their abilities can be developed through hard work. 3. Build strong relationships. KIPP teachers prioritize building positive relationships with students and families, creating a supportive community that fosters trust and shared accountability. 4. Provide continuous feedback and support. KIPP schools provide students with ample opportunities for feedback and support, helping them to identify and address their weaknesses. 5. Celebrate success and growth. KIPP schools regularly celebrate student achievements, both large and small, reinforcing the value of hard work and dedication. 5 real-world companies applying the KIPP model. While the sources focus on KIPP schools as an example of building a talent hotbed, the principles they outline can be applied to a variety of organizations. Here are 5 real-world companies that utilize elements of the KIPP model. 1. Google. Google's corporate culture is known for its emphasis on innovation, collaboration, and continuous learning. The company provides employees with ample opportunities for professional development, encourages risk-taking, and fosters a culture of intellectual curiosity and creative problem-solving. 2. Apple. Apple's success is built on a relentless focus on product design, user experience, and technological innovation. The company attracts and retains top talent by fostering a culture of excellence, creativity, and a shared passion for pushing the boundaries of technology. 3. Amazon. Amazon's customer-centric approach and commitment to operational efficiency drive its continued growth and market dominance. The company invests heavily in employee training, data-driven decision-making, and a culture of continuous improvement. 4. Netflix. Netflix's culture of freedom and responsibility empowers employees to make decisions, take ownership, and contribute to the company's success. The company's focus on attracting and retaining top talent, coupled with a data-driven approach to content creation, fuels its innovative streaming platform. 5. SpaceX. SpaceX's ambitious mission to revolutionize space exploration is driven by a culture of innovation, risk-taking, and a relentless pursuit of technological advancements. The company attracts and retains top engineers and scientists by fostering a challenging and rewarding work environment where they can contribute to groundbreaking projects. Conclusion. The KIPP model offers a blueprint for creating talent hotbeds by fostering a culture of high expectations, deep practice, and strong community support. By applying these principles, organizations can create environments where individuals can reach their full potential and achieve remarkable results. Part 3. Master Coaching. Chapter 8, The Talent Whisperers. The Art of the Talent Whisperer, Decoding Masterful Coaching. Coyle shifts the focus from the learner to the individuals who possess the remarkable ability to cultivate talent in others, the master coaches. Coyle challenges the conventional image of a coach as a charismatic leader who motivates through grand pronouncements and inspirational speeches. Instead, it paints a portrait of a more subtle and nuanced approach, embodied by individuals who excel at observing, listening, and providing highly targeted feedback to guide their students' progress. The problem: unveiling the mystery of masterful coaching. Coyle acknowledges the inherent difficulty in identifying and defining the qualities that make a coach truly exceptional. While exceptional athletes, musicians, and artists often leave behind a tangible record of their achievements, the work of a master coach is less visible, often unfolding behind the scenes in countless hours of practice and individualized instruction. The challenge lies in deciphering the specific techniques and strategies employed by these talent whisperers to unlock the potential within their students. The solution: 4 virtues of masterful coaching. Coyle draws on observations of renowned coaches like cello teacher Hans Jensen, basketball coach John Wooden, and piano teacher Mary Epperson to illuminate the 4 key virtues that distinguish master coaches. 1. The matrix. Master coaches possess a deep and extensive knowledge base, honed through years of dedicated practice and experience. This matrix of expertise allows them to quickly assess a student's current skill level and identify specific areas for improvement. 2. Perceptive spotting. Master coaches excel at observing their students, not only listening to their words but also paying close attention to their body language, facial expressions, and subtle cues that reveal their understanding and struggles. This heightened perceptiveness allows them to tailor their instruction to meet the individual needs of each student. 3. The GPS reflex. Master coaches provide clear, concise, and timely feedback, guiding their students' progress with a laser focus on accuracy and precision. They deliver information in short, targeted bursts, akin to a GPS system providing turn-by-turn directions. 4. Theatrical honesty. Master coaches utilize a range of communication styles, often employing dramatic flair or a touch of theatricality to emphasize key points and create a memorable learning experience. However, this performative aspect is always grounded in a genuine commitment to honesty and a deep understanding of the student's needs and aspirations. Practicing the solution: cultivating masterful coaching. To cultivate the skills of a talent whisperer, consider the following strategies. 1. Develop deep expertise. Invest time and effort in building a comprehensive understanding of your chosen field. The more you know, the better equipped you will be to guide your students' progress. 2. Hone your observation skills. Pay close attention to your students, looking for subtle cues that reveal their understanding, challenges, and emotional state. 3. Master the art of targeted feedback. Provide clear, concise, and timely feedback that focuses on specific areas for improvement. Avoid vague generalities and strive to deliver information in a way that is both memorable and actionable. 4. Embrace honesty and authenticity. Build trust with your students by communicating honestly and authentically. Be willing to challenge them, celebrate their successes, and support them through their struggles. 5. Real-world companies applying the principles of masterful coaching. While the sources primarily focus on individual coaches, the principles they outline can be observed in organizations that excel at talent development and leadership. 1. The U.S. military. The military's rigorous training programs emphasize discipline, teamwork, and the development of specialized skills. Their leadership development model focuses on mentoring, clear communication, and a commitment to excellence, producing leaders capable of making critical decisions under pressure. 2. Professional sports teams. Successful sports teams prioritize coaching excellence, investing in coaches who possess a deep understanding of the game, a keen eye for talent, and the ability to motivate and develop players to reach their full potential. 3. Performing arts organizations. Renowned orchestras, ballet companies, and theater troupes rely on experienced conductors, choreographers, and directors to guide and shape the artistic vision of their performers. These individuals possess a deep understanding of their craft and excel at nurturing talent and inspiring excellence. 4. Medical training programs. Medical schools and residency programs cultivate future physicians through a combination of rigorous coursework, hands-on clinical experience, and close mentorship from experienced physicians. 5. Management consulting firms. Top management consulting firms invest heavily in training and developing their consultants, providing them with opportunities to work on challenging projects, receive feedback from senior partners, and build a deep understanding of business strategy and problem solving. Conclusion. Masterful coaching is a blend of art and science, requiring a deep understanding of the learning process, a keen eye for talent, and the ability to connect with students on an individual level. The principles outlined in the Talent Whisperers offer valuable insights into the essential elements of great coaching and provide a framework for cultivating the skills needed to unlock potential and inspire excellence in any field. Chapter 9, The Teaching Circuit, a Blueprint. Mastering the Teaching Circuit, a Blueprint for Cultivating Skill. Coyle expands upon the concept of master coaching introduced in the previous chapter. It goes beyond simply identifying the qualities of great coaches and offers a practical framework for understanding and replicating their methods. The chapter argues that great teaching is not a mystical gift bestowed upon a select few, but rather a skill, just like playing the piano or shooting a basketball, that can be developed through deep practice and a deliberate application of key principles. The problem: demystifying the art of great teaching. The chapter acknowledges the inherent difficulty in defining what makes a teacher truly exceptional. Teaching, by its very nature, is a complex and multifaceted endeavor, involving a delicate interplay of knowledge, intuition, and interpersonal skills. While we can readily recognize the outward signs of great teaching, engaged students, a vibrant learning environment, impressive results, the underlying mechanisms that drive success often remain elusive. The challenge lies in breaking down the art of teaching into its core components, providing a clear roadmap for those who aspire to become more effective instructors. The solution: the 4 virtues of master coaches. Building on the insights from Chapter 8, the chapter reiterates the 4 virtues that characterize master coaches, highlighting their practical application in the teaching process. 1. The matrix, a deep well of knowledge. The foundation of great teaching lies in a profound understanding of the subject matter. Master coaches possess a rich and well-organized knowledge base, acquired through years of dedicated study, practice, and experience. This matrix of expertise serves as a mental map, allowing them to navigate the complexities of their field and anticipate potential challenges their students might face. The chapter emphasizes that this knowledge is not static, but rather a dynamic and ever-evolving entity that grows through continuous learning and reflection. 2. Perceptive spotting, attuning to subtle cues. Masterful coaches are keen observers, constantly attuned to the subtle cues that reveal their students' understanding and struggles. They listen attentively not only to the words their students speak but also to the unspoken language of their body language, facial expressions, and tone of voice. This heightened perceptiveness allows them to pinpoint specific areas where students are excelling and where they might need additional support or clarification. The chapter stresses the importance of developing this skill through deliberate practice, honing one's ability to see beyond the surface and discern the underlying patterns of a student's learning process. 3. The GPS reflex, guiding with precision. Master coaches excel at delivering feedback that is clear, concise, and timely. They provide guidance in short, targeted bursts, similar to a GPS system offering turn-by-turn directions. This GPS reflex ensures that students receive the information they need at the precise moment it will have the greatest impact, enabling them to make adjustments and refine their skills with maximum efficiency. The chapter suggests that developing this skill requires a conscious effort to focus on the student's immediate needs, providing actionable feedback that guides their progress towards the desired outcome. 4. Theatrical honesty, engaging with authenticity. Master coaches often utilize a range of communication styles, employing dramatic flair or a touch of theatricality to emphasize key points and create a more memorable learning experience. The chapter emphasizes that this performative aspect is not merely a superficial gimmick but rather a deliberate strategy to capture the student's attention and enhance their receptivity to new information. However, this theatricality is always grounded in a genuine commitment to honesty and a deep respect for the student's efforts and aspirations. Practicing the solution, applying the blueprint. The chapter offers practical advice on how to cultivate these 4 virtues and become a more effective teacher or coach. 1. Immerse yourself in your subject. Dedicate time to deepen your knowledge and understanding of your chosen field. Engage in ongoing learning, exploring new resources, and connecting with other experts in your field. 2. Practice the art of observation. Train yourself to become a more attentive observer of your students. Pay close attention to their verbal and nonverbal cues, seeking to understand their individual learning styles and needs. 3. Refine your feedback delivery. Work on delivering feedback that is clear, concise, and action-oriented. Focus on providing specific guidance that students can immediately apply to improve their performance. 4. Embrace authenticity and enthusiasm. Be genuinely invested in your students' success and let your passion for your subject shine through in your interactions. Utilize your unique communication style to create an engaging and memorable learning experience. 5. Real-world companies embodying the teaching circuit. While the chapter focuses primarily on the individual skills of master coaches, the principles it outlines can be observed in organizations that excel at creating cultures of learning and talent development. 1. Pixar Animation Studios. Pixar's renowned success in animation filmmaking is rooted in its commitment to fostering a collaborative and innovative work environment. The company emphasizes continuous learning through internal workshops, mentorship programs, and a culture of open feedback and creative brainstorming. 2. The Walt Disney Company. Disney's enduring legacy in entertainment is built on a tradition of training and developing its employees, from theme park cast members to animators and Imagineers. The company's emphasis on storytelling, customer service, and attention to detail has created a culture of excellence that permeates all aspects of its operations. 3. The U.S. Navy SEALs. The Navy SEALs' rigorous selection and training process is designed to develop elite warriors capable of operating in high-pressure, high-stakes environments. The emphasis on teamwork, physical and mental toughness, and constant adaptation to challenges creates a culture of resilience and exceptional performance. 4. The Mayo Clinic. The Mayo Clinic, a world-renowned medical center, is known for its commitment to patient-centered care, medical research, and education. The organization fosters a collaborative environment where physicians, researchers, and nurses work together to advance medical knowledge and provide exceptional patient care. 5. The Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil's innovative and visually stunning performances are a testament to its rigorous training and development program for its acrobats, performers, and creative team. The company's emphasis on artistic excellence, physical conditioning, and teamwork creates a culture that fosters both individual and collective brilliance. Conclusion. Coyle provides a compelling blueprint for understanding and cultivating the skills of master coaches. By embracing the 4 virtues, the matrix, perceptive spotting, the GPS reflex, and theatrical honesty, teachers and coaches can create environments that ignite passion, accelerate learning, and ultimately unlock the full potential within their students. The chapter's insights are applicable not only to individuals but also to organizations seeking to build cultures of excellence and innovation. By prioritizing the development of these core teaching skills, organizations can create a ripple effect that transforms individuals, teams, and ultimately, the world around them. Chapter 10, Tom Martinez and the $60 million Bet. The $60 million quarterback and the coach in a sweatshirt, unpacking masterful coaching. Coyle focuses on the story of Tom Martinez, an unassuming junior college coach thrust into the spotlight of a high-stakes NFL draft decision. This chapter illuminates the often overlooked role of master coaches, demonstrating how their seemingly simple techniques can have a profound impact on shaping world-class talent. The problem: a high-stakes gamble on untested talent. The Oakland Raiders faced a dilemma in the 2007 NFL Draft. They held the number 1 pick and were considering Jamarcus Russell, a physically gifted but untested quarterback from Louisiana State University. The stakes were incredibly high, with a potential $60 million contract on the line. The Raiders needed to determine whether Russell possessed not only the physical attributes but also the mental acuity, work ethic, and character traits to succeed at the highest level of professional football. Traditional scouting methods provided limited insight, leaving the Raiders with a risky decision. The solution: trusting the instincts of a master coach. Desperate for a more nuanced perspective, the Raiders turned to Tom Martinez, a longtime junior college coach known for his ability to develop quarterbacks, most notably Tom Brady. Martinez, despite his lack of brand name recognition, had earned a reputation for his deep understanding of the quarterback position and his ability to connect with players on a personal level. He was able to discern the subtle cues that revealed a player's potential, going beyond physical skills to assess their mental makeup, work ethic, and coachability. Practicing the solution, Martinez's coaching methods. Martinez's approach to coaching epitomizes the principles of masterful teaching outlined in the previous chapter. 1. Building a foundation of trust. Martinez recognized the importance of establishing a genuine connection with his players. He eschewed formality and posturing, choosing instead to approach Russell with honesty and respect. This created a foundation of trust that allowed Russell to be receptive to Martinez's guidance and feedback. 2. Focusing on fundamentals. Martinez's coaching sessions emphasized the importance of mastering basic skills. He broke down complex movements into smaller, more manageable chunks, drilling them repeatedly with meticulous attention to detail. He utilized vivid imagery and analogies to help players grasp the nuances of technique, making the learning process engaging and memorable. 3. Providing targeted feedback. Martinez was a master of the GPS reflex, delivering concise and actionable feedback in real time. He pinpointed specific areas for improvement, offering immediate corrections and adjustments to refine technique and minimize errors. 4. Cultivating independent thinking. Martinez believed in empowering his players to become independent learners and problem solvers. He encouraged them to take ownership of their development, challenging them to think critically and find solutions on their own. The outcome, a successful bet backed by masterful coaching. Martinez's assessment of Russell proved accurate. After working with the young quarterback for just 20 days, Martinez concluded that Russell had the potential to be a transformative player. His insights, based on a combination of observation, intuition, and deep understanding of the quarterback position, gave the Raiders the confidence to select Russell with the number 1 pick. Russell's impressive pre-draft workout, meticulously planned by Martinez, solidified his status as a top prospect and showcased his raw talent. While Russell's NFL career ultimately fell short of expectations, the Raiders' decision to draft him was based on a solid foundation of informed judgment provided by a master coach. 5 real-world companies embodying the solution. The principles of masterful coaching illustrated by Tom Martinez's story can be observed in various organizations that prioritize talent development and create cultures of learning. 1. Google. Google is renowned for its innovative work environment and its commitment to employee growth. The company offers a wide range of training programs, mentorship opportunities, and a culture of feedback and knowledge sharing that empowers employees to learn and develop their skills. 2. Apple. Apple's success in creating iconic products is rooted in its emphasis on design excellence and meticulous attention to detail. The company fosters a culture of creativity and collaboration, encouraging employees to push boundaries and challenge conventional thinking. 3. The U.S. Military Academies. The U.S. military academies at West Point, Annapolis, and Colorado Springs are known for their rigorous academic and physical training programs. They produce leaders who excel in challenging environments by instilling discipline, teamwork, and a commitment to excellence. 4. The Boston Consulting Group. The Boston Consulting Group, a global management consulting firm, is known for its rigorous training program and its emphasis on analytical problem solving. The firm invests heavily in developing its consultants, providing them with the tools and mentorship they need to excel in their careers. 5. The Juilliard School. The Juilliard School, a world-renowned performing arts conservatory, attracts top talent in music, dance, and drama. The school's rigorous curriculum, demanding faculty, and highly competitive environment cultivate artists who achieve the highest levels of proficiency in their respective disciplines. Conclusion. Coyle underscores the critical role that master coaches play in shaping world-class talent. It highlights the power of human connection, insightful observation, and targeted feedback in accelerating skill development. Tom Martinez's story serves as a reminder that great coaching can be found in unexpected places and that the principles of deep practice and ignition are applicable across a wide range of disciplines. By recognizing and cultivating the qualities of masterful coaching, individuals and organizations can create environments that foster growth, ignite passion, and unlock human potential. Thank you for listening. I hope this content is useful to you. If you like this kind of content, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel to support our team.